I'm sure y'all saw this video, maybe not. Let's talk about it. And if you guys had a few questions for me, so let's talk about it. What we have here is a Gen 3 frame, Glock 19, Gen 5, Glock 19 slide. Let's talk about it. First, let me pull this stuff out the way here. Again, here we go. Gen 5 top, Gen 3 bottom. Let's start with the reason why. The reason why is I like Gen 5 slides because of the bull nose. I can get aftermarkets with the bull nose, but Gen 4 on back had a flat face. I like the bull nose, so I like these slides better. I had this frame, typical Gen 5 frame, Gen 3 frame. Now, if you don't use the back straps, Gen 3 frames are better if you can deal with the smaller mag release. You can contour these to fit the Gen 4, Gen 5 mag release. You can. I didn't feel like I didn't need to do all that. But again, that's the reason why. And let me show you how it's done. Clear. Okay. Well, clearly, I have the Gen 3 style Gen 5 guide rods. A few places I get these from, NDZ and CDS. They work pretty well, but what's different about them, this back plate here, is going to be bigger on the Gen 4 or 5s than the Gen 3s. And this plate here is going to be bigger than the Gen 3, Gen 3s. Gen 4, Gen 5, this right here is going to be bigger. So, here's what you have to do. Now, I'm not telling you have to do it. If you like the bold note, the flat face, there's no need to do all this. So basically what you have to do, you have to bore this part out here, because that's going to be narrow. That's going to fit this guide rod. Let me get this guide rod out. It's going to need room to get in here. So the Gen 3s are a little narrow here. Well, before I modified it, it's a little narrow here. It's very narrow. It's kind of tight now, but it'll work itself there. And then you see where I kind of bored this out here, because the Gen 3s are narrow. That's so you can fit that tip, that slide in there. That slide can go. Because the Gen 3s, this is smaller. That's pretty much all the modification you need, is just bore this out to fit this, and then bore this part out right here to fit the guide rod. Now you can use, now you can't go back. You can, but it's going to be a gap here. If you go back to Gen 3, it's going to be a gap here. Then you need that stupid ass adapter. But once you modify that, you got to go stay with Gen 4, Gen 5s. So again, so that fits right in there perfectly. That's it. Good shooter here. Again, the grips are, Gen 3 grips are bigger than the Gen 5s, Gen 4s. But the Gen 4s are better because they got that back strap. I like that extra back strap. You can get a little beaver tail for the Gen 3s. And a little bigger. The grip's bigger. It's all preference. People like the Gen 3s. Again, I hate finger grooves. That's coming off no matter what. Gen 4s, Gen 3s, them finger grooves are coming off. It doesn't match up with my fingers. I mean, 19s are kind of bare minimum for me, my big hands anyway. But so with them little grooves, they don't match up. There's no room to put grooves in between my finger grips, my fingertips, I should say, when I'm carrying a 19. So I have to get them off of there. All right, that's all I got. Any other questions? Let me know.